the decline of royal dominance. Why did the doors start with tariffs? The British Empire 100 years ago, aimed at a critical juncture in the fiscal deficit, made the same choice as Trump. Why is the whole world against it? Its tariff also has to be increased. Why the tariff will let the fears trigger a recession? To understand the economic logic behind the rise and follow global hegemony, we have to go back to the 1930s. The UK is reeling from the tariffs. What benefits have you gained? 发自纽西背后的 of regard. The British Empire 100 years ago. It's like old America, basically the country with the lowest tariffs in the world. Tariffs allow import goods within reach of consumers. It's getting more. The GDP shots that out from 1895 to 1907. German exports to the Commonwealth rose by 129%. The United States directly doubled by 3.5 times. Such unilateral openness seems to have intensified competition in the UK home market. All the money is made by foreign brands, but actually what's in it for the UK? It's endless. First of all, this low tariff. A large number of cheap German and American goods enter the UK. The data shows that, at that time, the British table, 35% eggs, 60% butter, 80% dry cheese, depend on imports, cotton, textile, raw materials. It is 100% supplied from overseas. Cheap foreign goods, at ordinary prisons, therefore petty bourgeoisie life far more than any other country. Many people just do some business you can have plenty of food and cool. Total lottery food now. The global entrepreneur trades 75 pounds of food for every import pound or be exported. Until setting the world sales in the UK, it's only natural to use pounds, right? Therefore, the United Kingdom established global payment system at its unpack. The value of the pound sterling is stronger than that of gold. Under such a system, the richer the minerals in your resource country, the more developing industrially industrialized countries, then your attachment to England will deepen. Therefore, at that time, almost all countries, it's all about the British. It can be said that with low tariffs, it is to sovereign allures and make a profit. It controls the entire world economy. Since trade is free, so many benefits. Why should the UK change its policy? Because of the Great Crisis of 1929. Just like America is today, England at that time, because the overlord has been there for too long. Manufacturing has long lost its competitiveness. And so, that was the hardest hit during the crisis. A large surplus. Workers had no work to do. Firms run on gold and London banks. The UK is also running a huge deficit in revenue. Under such circumstances, no tariffs. Are you waiting for other countries to empty themselves? So domestic protectionism is on the rise. Great Britain quickly abandoned its low tariff policy. Prepare for the return of manufacturing. Make British lands great. The import tariff item 19 billion completely tear down the banner of free trade. And summon Canada, Australia, etc. The Imperial Conference was held. Signed 12 bilateral agreements, established a customs union with imperial preferences. What is the imperial preference system? To put it bluntly, it's when the colonies of the Commonwealth close their doors. During business, hey, foreign products want to be sold, you have to peel off 4 layers again. First, hey, just like America today, then you say that the UK as a country adjusts your tariffs. Get to it. It's their problem. Is it okay? But the butterfly effect after that, did it caught everyone by surprise? First of all, other countries look at the free trade leader, regular neighbor, who cares about international image, raise tariffs together. Germany restricts imports, foreign's import so-called system. China has raised the average tax rate on imported goods to 53.2%. 日上随听1929和1933 Capitalist world trade has shrunk by 2/3, straight back to 1919 levels. Can you say the UK's tariffs have removed the last debuff? From now on, there is no mutual benefit and win-win situation between countries anymore. International can only speak with fists. And this is what's fundamental, the foundation of the international order. It has always been a distribution of benefits. And the Hegemony gives back to countries with low tariffs. That is a core part of the distribution of benefits. Whether it was 19th century England or 20th century America, although they are dominated, sees political, financial, and economic benefits. That the tariff is low. Other countries can rely on their export business, get rich from them. So despite all the dissatisfaction, but for the sake of money, I am also flexible. This is the bedrock of basic stability in the international situation. And the UK has high tariffs. That's obviously breaking the rules of the rivers and lakes, and it became a target. No matter whether Germany is on the road to taxation, or the United States that survived the crisis on domestic demand, or the Soviet Union at home success, they were pointing the finger at Britain. You know, during World War II, USA to the Soviet Union was basically free, and Britain needed a naval base in exchange for just dreams. After World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union are now in a hurry to fight a Cold War. Instead, instead of a national independence movement, completely dismantled the British colonial system. So less than 20 years after imperial preference, and so the British hegemony. And then, just like this moment, many people think tariffs are Trump's whim, but that's not the case. The real reason is exactly the same as in the UK. As national power wins, benefits that can be derived from the war, it's temporary. The dollar tide didn't make any money. The technological advantage is gradually lost. It not easy to create a own industry. And if thought, in this case, maintain low tariffs, you have to try. It's not worth the candle. The current US national debt exceeds $36 trillion. How similar it is to the trade in UK in 1933. Under the UK, because of the Imperial preference system, losing Hegemony, the United States is also moving on to this fast track. After all, the international and economic status of the United States, a large part of it originated in the United States, is a major financier of international production, whose party can get along with party. Trump brandished the tariff stick, seems to be making America great again, but in fact it is equivalent to advocating international responsibility. Other countries undoubtedly denounce price increases and reciprocal sanctions in one call. History never repeats itself, but who always ends when you overlord chooses to eat alone. That's not far from the crown. Falling. Okay, get off the station. Here is the current affairs radar. Follow me to understand the logic behind more events.